Hello and welcome back into Centex Sports Network. Jalen, Gillis still here live at Big 12 Media Day here in Frisco, Texas at the Star. Still joined by Rocky Miller. We got another special guest in the house with us. Rocky, I'll let you take over from here.
Man, this is Mr. Neely. He's a legend in these YouTube streets.
Yeah.
He has one of the most popular sports, I guess, media channels in the business. And what is special about Mr. Neely is he got his start, much like myself, covering HBCU sports.
Absolutely.
And Neely, I have to ask you this question. First off, thank you for sitting down with us, man.
Thank you for asking me.
But can you tell us how has it been? Have you missed covering HBCU sports now that you've been in Colorado for the past 3 years?
I tell you what, you probably miss game day, the tailgating, and the bands. Coverage really hadn't stopped because I still work with Charles Bishop a lot.
Okay.
He comes on and does a segment called For the Culture with us. So from a coverage and information standpoint, still plugged in. But that game day atmosphere at HBCU, when you talk about my channel starting at HBCU, I can't think of anything great in the world that didn't start with HBCU.
Yeah. Let them know.
That's why HBCUs were created, you know.
Yes, sir.
There was once upon a time that talented folks, no matter how talented you were, you didn't get the opportunities some other people got. And HBCUs were created to make sure you got that opportunity and then go show the world what would have happened had you been given the opportunity all along.
Yeah. Well, I can tell you this, the CEO and president of Centex Sports Network is from a proud HBCU located in Texas.
Yeah.
And so he often tells me he has just the same sentiment about HBCUs. Anything great that we experience comes from HBCU. But this is why I want to, you're really close to the Colorado program.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you have official capacity with them, but I don't think it gets any more inside the program than what you have. But can you tell us what the expectations for this upcoming season will be for the Colorado Buffs?
Well, I'll tell you this. People are going to temper their expectations because you lost Travis Hunter, you lost Shedeur Sanders, you lost Cameron Silverman, Craig, Shiloh Sanders. The list goes on and on. You lost probably 85% of your offense production just from the receiver room alone. But I will tell you this. The team is better because the drop-off is not as vast. You used to have Travis in a big gap or Shedeur in a big gap. Now when you look at the defensive line, the offensive line, the secondary, the distance between the ones and the twos does not exist. So you got more depth. You got just as much talent. I think this team is going to be better than it was last year.
Oh, man.
Yeah, and that's saying a lot. One of the things I want to ask is that separates Colorado really from a lot of the other schools, not only in the Big 12 but in the country, is media. They have a huge media presence. You guys garner a lot of attention. Talk about the emphasis that's been put on media and growing that Colorado program.
Well, once again, something that started at Jackson State, started at HBCU. I can remember sitting at home and I was watching the Alabama spring game. And Coach Prime called me up and he said, "Hey, what are you doing?" I said, "Watching Alabama spring game." He said, "Me too. Do you see Kirk Herbstreit, how he's right there with Nick Saban? That's what I want you to do. I want you to be in the locker room, on the sidelines, because you can't tell the story unless you're inside. Outside, you're just guessing. So I trust you. I see your work. Come on the inside." And so I was thinking there was still going to be some, don't show this, don't do that. He's like, "No, open book. Show it all."
Well, with that being the case, Neely, I have to ask you this question since you brought up your closeness and you brought up Coach Prime. How's he doing, Coach?
He's doing good, man. He's doing good. He's just taking some time and resting and healing. I would not be surprised if he walked down those steps right now. I also wouldn't be surprised if he takes a couple more days off. I tell people this, that when you look at a Deion Sanders, we got Warren Sapp and Marshall Faulk on staff and what they did with their bodies 20, 25 years, that mountaintop, at some point a valley comes, that you just got to rest, man. You just got to heal up. And what I like about his resting period right now, it's not football time yet. This is the time where the strength and conditioning staff is in charge and coaches are not there coaching football anyway. So it's a perfect synergy for him to take some time off. But when the season starts, we got a team meeting July 27th, and the first day of training camp, fall camp, is Monday the 28th. He'll be there.
Coach, let me ask you this at Colorado. Colorado's a huge brand in and of themselves, right? You add Coach Prime, who is really a sports icon.
Yeah.
That marriage was a beautiful marriage the last couple of years. Can they keep up the pace that they've established with being that team with a target on their back, regardless of how successful the team is? They have that target on their back each and every week. How sustainable is that at the college level, using 18, 19, 20-year-olds, each week?
Great question. Well, I think you got to shift the focus. It's not the 18, 19, 20-year-olds. It's the 56, 57-year-old and Deion Sanders. People want to see it, man. Like this guy, I was talking to Troy Aikman about it, and Troy said, man, you got me, Prime, Irvin, Emmett, like all of us got rings, all of us Hall of Famers. I can walk in somewhere and nobody not know me. But this guy has continued to not only reinvent himself, but accelerate himself since those days. He's more famous now than he was as a player. More people know Coach Prime Deion Sanders than they knew Prime Time, running touchdowns back, running PATs back. So it's INTs, I'm sorry, back. So it's one of those things that as long as that gravitational pull is there, people want to see it.
Yeah.
25 games he's had at Colorado, 23 have been on TV.
And that says a lot.
Notre Dame didn't go the entire season with every game televised. Georgia didn't.
Yeah.
He went a whole season with every game on TV.
Coach Prime coming from Jackson State, I think that was almost a perfect proving ground for what Coach Prime brought to Power 5 football, Power 4, whatever they call it now. Great proving ground. When he initially left, I don't think he was appreciated the way that he should have.
I agree with
should
that.
have been. Looking back now, this is the third season post-Prime. Jackson State has went on to be successful and won a Celebration Bowl. Do you think at any point Coach Prime can start getting the level of appreciation that he should for what he did? I'm not saying what he did for Jackson State, because I think it was a marriage where they benefited each other. But what he did at Jackson State is what I'm saying. What he was able to accomplish at Jackson State, will he be able to start get the appreciation from the people of Jackson and the HBCU community?
I believe it will, and I believe it's already started. There's been some times he's had to come back to Jackson, and he's felt the love. Their restaurants. Shout out to Johnny T's on Fair Street. Still has his table reserved with his name on it and a plaque of him up. So there is that appreciation there. I think one of the things that happened, there's so many times in the HBCU space, Coach Prime has said this time and time again, you either get terminated or elevated. And most of the times we get terminated. We don't have the experience of one of our coaches moving on. And so there was some bitterness in there because, hey, man, we don't do that. But when he did it, T.C. Taylor moved in. 2 SWAC championships, Celebration Bowl victory. You look around the country with others who've been able to take a job with the HBCU and move up, and then someone else fills that void. I think now as time has gone on, people now see it differently. You get hindsight is 20/20. When you were in the moment, there was some contention. But now, 3 years later, particularly with the success of Jackson State, the success of Colorado, that both people has flourished from this and after it, I think the wounds are healing, man.
Hey, last question I want to ask you is this. Neely, you've been deeply involved in HBCU sports.
Absolutely.
I don't think there's a bigger media platform than the Colorado Buffaloes. You're deeply involved in that. Would you be willing to consult HBCUs to get what they have, which I think is the best media product in college sports, to consult with them to help them get and build what you built for Colorado?
Absolutely, if I can cuss on your program.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Man, welcome that. I have done some partnerships here and there, but nothing on a massive scale that I would like to do, because I really do believe that the blueprint is there, and I agree with you totally. The HBCU product, if not the best, is one of the best products out there.
Yes.
It just doesn't have the eyeballs because of history and regional content. You attach it to a bigger platform and get more eyes, man, a rising tide lifts all boats, man.
Yeah.
Like, I can't pump water in the lake and just my boat go up. Yours going to go up, too.
Yeah.
And so I think partnerships like that, whether it is with content creators out there, or as big corporations now start their own channels. Like this, they're doing it for a reason. Linear TV is going away. This is where it's at. Would love to do that.
Because I see teams like Delaware State, Norfolk State, who have celebrity coaches, but they haven't been able to create the footprint that you and Coach Prime created at Jackson State. And I believe that there's a thirst for the content.
I believe
it's
so.
just not. It's not there. It's like they're trying to feed the multitudes with 2 loaves of bread and 2 pieces, 5 loaves of bread.
I thought I was sitting with coaches. We got pastors in the house.
No. What I'm saying is, you just keep what you guys were doing, and what I loved about it in the moment. You guys just kept putting it out, and kept putting it out. Whether it was you, Bucky, just the whole. Because I consider you guys from a business standpoint, you guys were in some type of what I would consider a holy alliance. You all were covering Jackson State, and you all were putting the best part of the culture out there to be consumed.
Well said. And I think in addition to that, brother, that you have to look at from a production standpoint, the content takes on the lens of the creator. I'm in my 50s. My content is going to be slanted that way. Bucky is 30. His is going to be slanted that way. Darius is in his lower 20s. His is going to be slanted that way. So even though we're in the same meeting, covering the same team, maybe on the same plane, you can watch all 3 channels and see something totally different.
Yeah.
Because we see it differently, And I think that kind of space not only exists for HBCUs or any team with a celebrity coach, I think it exists for any team, period. Because every team has a fan base, and that fan base wants to feel a part of the team and wants to feel like, hey, I was in the locker room today. I was in the team meeting. The coach spoke at 7:30 a.m. to the team only, and I watched it at 8:15 a.m. Like, that's how fast it can come to you.
Well, what's next for Uncle Neely in the space? What new innovation are we gonna see from the?
Well, you seeing it now in that we got a foundation, right, and there's a slight pivot, and it really speaks to what you were talking about in partnerships. So the pregame show is still what I do with Coach Prime covering inside the team, but the YouTube channel name has actually changed this year to the Pregame Network because I want to do partnerships with people that are outside of Colorado. Like here we have this now 118,000 subscribers and eyeballs on us. Hey, come show your stuff, man. Because what I don't want to assume, imagine this is a football stadium, and we got 118,000 people sitting there. They may have come for Colorado or Jackson State or Coach Prime, but that's not their only interest. They're interested in food and banking and golf and cars. So let's hit them while we got them. It's 7 days in a week. Why are we just posting one thing a day about Colorado? We could be posting 5 things a day about various subjects because people are interested in more than one thing.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and I think that's great. Last question, Uncle Neely, before we let you go, man. You're very tied into this Colorado program. A lot of star power over the last couple of years. I'm not going to ask you who the next star is, but who are some of those dogs? Who are some of those dogs you've seen that's going to be those next Travis Hunter, Shedeur Sanders, Shiloh, all those guys?
I start with where it's got to start at, and that's the offensive line, man. What Jordan Seaton has done with his body after being a baby fat true freshman, wait till y'all see him tomorrow. Like, he has a NFL body already. He's really embraced the offseason, dropped weight, put on muscle, increased his speed and strength, phenomenal. I think DJ McKinney is going to be a household name by week 4 or 5. He's going to get some interceptions. He's going to do something with when he gets them. Our receiver room is loaded.
Yeah.
It is just absolutely loaded. The challenge is going to be how do you manage it? Because you got 5 guys that can get you, 100, 150 yards. Somebody's going to have a different player's going to have a big game every week. And I love this. There's always this notion, coaches, y'all know this, that if you got 2 quarterbacks, you ain't got one. Coach Prime is bringing both quarterbacks tomorrow so they both can have this experience. And this kind of thing also counts towards who's going to be the starter. Coach Prime looks at everything, not just X's and O's, but meeting on time. How do you carry yourself? Can you lead the team? So both quarterbacks will be here tomorrow. So that battle between the senior transfer out of Liberty and the true freshman out of high school, it's going to be special.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We can't wait, man. We watch all of Colorado's games. Can't wait to tune in to you guys this year. Another interview here. Uncle Neely here from Colorado here on Centex Sports Network.
And
we'll be
Jackson
back.
State.
No,
And
absolutely.
Jackson, excuse me, and Jackson State as well. Appreciate you guys. We'll be back after this break.